How's it going, everybody? Trevor, Randles, Outdoors Iowa here today. And today, starting a little bit late. Stayed up really late last night. Made a Dutch oven peach cobbler, but we are up in Decorah, Iowa for our 2025 annual camping trip. And we're going to be up here for 7 full days, you guys. This is day number 3 so far. We did a little bit of fishing yesterday. The day we showed up, we didn't do as much fishing. Actually, no, we didn't do any fishing. We came up here on almost no sleep, got camp set up, and kind of just relaxed the camp. Went and did a big grocery run and got everything ready. So yesterday we did our Prairie du Chien run that we always do. We wanted to get it out of the way, and we stopped. Unfortunately, this year, Mike Valley closed up Valley Fish and Cheese in Prairie du Chien. And if you guys are in the area or been in the area before, that is one awesome shop to stop in. But we found out through Facebook and some of my friends, there is a new fish and cheese shop, and it is called Decals Fish and Cheese, and it's in McGregor, Iowa, so it's within minutes of where Valley was. And then I was also informed about another fish market that's been around, come to find out, since 1982, owned by Ralph and his wife. I can't remember her name for the life of me, unfortunately. Last name of Moan. So it's Moan Fish Market, and it is in Harper's Ferry, and they have some pretty good smoked fish. It's got a little bit different flavoring than what Decals does. So smoked carp, catfish, sturgeon, I mean, all your good stuff. It's more of a fish market than it is a cheese market. I didn't really see much for cheese there, but you can buy. What was really cool, they let us check out the tanks, but it's the only fish market that I know in the area that sells live fish, you guys. So if you wanted to come up here, like, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I can catch flatheads at home, but if I could come up here and buy like a 10-15 pound flathead, I can take it to the campsite, clean it up, and have a fresh flathead cooked meal. So that's kind of neat, and I might make some plans for next year doing that. We'll see. But I'll show you a picture of, they let me pull out one of the big flatheads out of the tank right here. And then we did some running around, a few other things. I might throw a few pictures in on this. Other than that, right now we are actually out on the bike, you guys. So this year we brought bikes with us to the campground, and this morning I'm just going to do a quick little run through the trout stream. I rode up to the top earlier, the first day we were here, just check things out. But right now I'm going to go up, and we're kind of on a foraging mission, you guys. Usually when we're up here this time of year, the oyster mushrooms are plentiful. So I'm going to be looking for some yellow oyster mushrooms. And then I brought my fishing pole. So we may throw in the stream for a little bit, but I don't have a lot of time this morning because we have a few plans to go get done. So a little bit warm too. I mean, when it starts warming up in the middle of the day here, since we're here in first week of July, we usually like to do our running then so that we can cool off in the car, cool off in the stores, and then go back and fish in the evening if we want. So let's go ahead, head upstream, and let's see if we can find some oyster mushrooms. I think we can. So this is pretty cool, you guys. Parked on the side of the road here. We actually didn't even make it a half mile up the road. And check this out. We got a downed log over here with some small oysters, which are like perfect size for eating, you guys. So we're gonna carefully walk over here. This is an old stream bed. It wasn't a trout stream, but whenever it rains pretty hard, usually this will fill up with water too. So there's a lot of moisture. You have all the trees here on both sides of the road, so plenty of shade, which really helps in the growing of these oyster mushrooms and keeps them from rotting out too quickly in the heat. Oh, these are perfect. Look at that, you guys. Just absolutely perfect. You know what, I didn't even notice these up here. So those, you can tell, got more sun, so they're wilting away. But these ones down here are perfect. So let's go ahead and fill up a bag. When you're picking these, you guys, there's a central stem to them on the tree. Just grab close to the stem, break off. Sometimes there's a little bark that you guys have to cut off when you're getting ready to cook. And what you're looking for is you want the yellow color. Sometimes there are white oysters though, so just because if you see them and they're white doesn't mean that they're bad. But as they start to age, let me see if I can find one I can show you here. So this one isn't quite aged yet. This is still perfect good for eating, but you can see how the edges on the mushroom change. So when they're smaller, they have that nice smooth round edge, and then when they get older, they start to feather out. But when they start to really dull out in color and they'll start splitting, that's when they're past their prime. They're still edible, but the flavor of these fresher ones, I mean, you can smell them. It's just amazing, you guys. I have a few different videos on the channel picking them, and I think I have at least one recipe with them, you guys. But multiple ways to cook these. You're able to cook them by themselves in butter. That's probably my favorite way, sauteing them in butter. You can bread them and fry them like a morel, and it's extremely good. I have made Alfredo sauces out of them. So there's quite a few options. Now, so we just cleared off this whole tree here. Got a little bit in the bag. That's enough for a meal. And sometimes when you want to check and make sure, look on the back side, because usually when a log has them, they will grow all around that log. All right, so that tree there, we're gonna come up with a bike on the other side, because usually there's some more mushrooms up there every year, so should be able to find some. And we might even have a few extra things we can forage. So let's get on up over there and see if it's there. Well, unfortunately, my other treat that's usually in the area, somebody's already came and picked through, and some of them are just not quite ready yet. But fresh raspberries, you guys, black raspberries. So they're just starting to turn what's left. Usually this is a huge patch, so it's kind of cut back a little bit, but there's a lot of black raspberries on this stretch, you guys. So here in a couple days we'll come back and we'll check them out, and we should be able to get some. But I just found a second tree full of mushrooms, you guys. Check this out. Oh, there's more. Wow, that's more than we need. Got some older ones here, so that's something else that you can look for. They'll grow as high on the tree as they want to. Usually higher than you can pick. So we've got mushrooms all the way down here. Got a new cluster starting, so we're gonna have more in a couple days. Here's some older ones. You can see how they peeled out and turned a little bit more white. So we're gonna pick some of these fresher ones. Make sure that you can see these vines going up this tree. This is not poison ivy, 5 leaves. There's a 3-leaf poison ivy. Definitely know what you're looking for when you're looking for that, because poison ivy is not fun, you guys. So we're gonna pick probably some of these smaller clusters up here, and I might bring the kids back and we'll pick some of these bigger ones, because every year I come up here now, I started doing it the last couple of years. I bring a dehydrator up with me so that I can take some of the mushrooms home. I don't think there's a lot of people that forage up here, because I mean, this is every year, you guys. There's only been one time I've actually seen somebody else grabbing mushrooms. But we're gonna get about a bag full, and then we're gonna move on. Oh, these are perfect sizes, you guys. Just look at those little clusters. It's became a annual tradition now. Whenever we're in Decorah, I'm always searching for these things, you guys, and they're so easy to spot. I mean, you could just be driving around and happen to notice them pretty easily because of the bright yellow colors. We even found some yesterday when we were out fishing, and unfortunately it was on private ground, so definitely be mindful of that as well. Don't just go on any ground. You can find these things just about anywhere. So go hit some public ground. If it's hot out, you don't even have to get out of the car if you want to. You can just drive around and find them. All right, so we just picked a couple clusters from here, all those smaller clusters. There's more on the backside, but that's about a 7-8 foot drop there. So we're just over half a bag. And that's still with another tree down here. So let's go check out the other tree. Oh, those are some interesting mushrooms. I also did see some dryad saddle back towards the entrance, but they were quite big. And to be honest, I've had my fill of dryad saddle. I had way too many at one point in time. And yeah, I'm good. We're just gonna walk the bike over here to this other patch. All right, so I'm gonna check these out. If they are a little bit too big, we have plenty of smaller ones. So yeah, see how old these are? They're starting to really wilt down. These are the ones that got into the heat. Yeah, we're gonna leave these. See how dark, pale yellow they are to white. So like I said, they're still edible, but you lose a lot of that mushroom flavor when they're that far gone. Cool little pond. It's gotten really shallow over the years, unfortunately. This is supposed to be a trout pond and a kids fishing pond. Usually, with it as clear as it is, if there's trout in it, they're always constantly moving. So if you look, you'll see them swimming around. But I am not noticing any. So maybe they're not stocking it anymore. All right, we're gonna head down closer to the stream. It's gonna feel pretty nice. Like I said, it's pretty warm this morning, you guys. When you get down closer to the trout stream, it's cold water. So my gosh, it's gonna feel good. And also, if you think about it, you have the stream for moisture, shade, because usually all the trees, the stream's just right over here, you guys. Moisture, shade, and plenty of trees for mushrooms to grow on. So when you're out fishing, keep an eye out for all these oyster mushrooms. All right, didn't even have to go far to spot these. So this is one of my favorite areas because we're right down by the stream. But look at that log. Granted, a lot of them are older. There's a few newer ones up on top, so we might grab those. Those are nice and small. And they're all the way up that tree. Mostly dead trees, you guys. That one is full of little ones. Oh my gosh, those are perfect. We've got some bigger ones over here on the other side of this tree. So it's pretty interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, so growing out of the old stump of the dead tree. Check this out, you guys. This is one thing that is so awesome about these oyster mushrooms. Normally when you find them, they are plentiful. That tree goes all the way down and they are all across that tree. There's old ones on that tree. Man. Even down through the weeds, it's going all the way up. Oyster mushrooms are awesome. So I'm gonna grab some of these smaller ones. There's a lower trail on the other side and we're gonna go over there. What's pretty cool about this area, you guys, you can kind of see the concrete over there. This is the original Decorah fish hatchery. It was here in the early 1900s, you guys. So that's pretty cool that it's still here, still functioning. Well, okay, I shouldn't say functioning. They don't keep trout in it anymore, but they left all the remnants there. So it's pretty neat to be able to see that. But we're gonna ride up and around. We might even do a little fishing because there's a couple good holes up here. And then we'll come down to these mushrooms, pick a few of the smaller ones. All right, so I've got you guys switched over to the chest cam, but if you guys look at this, here's the old concrete fish hatchery bunkers, whatever you want to call them, and they follow all along down the stream for a short little bit. Pretty cool to see that. Well, so interesting, funny story, you guys. In the quick haste that I was trying to get ready for this morning, I grabbed bags for the mushrooms, grabbed the fishing pole, grabbed the net, grabbed the worms. I didn't grab the hooks. So yes, it is just a short ride back to the campsite, but we have plans to do, so when I show up, we're probably gonna have to get going. But just wanted to show you this pretty area. One of my favorite things about down here, there's multiple different waterfalls, but this waterfall is one of the best. And if I remember right, way back, I think this is where my daughter Amy caught her very first trout when she was like 2 years old. Isn't that just beautiful? So we're gonna go ahead and grab those other mushrooms, and we're gonna start heading back to the campsite. We'll get on with our day, and I'm gonna try to get out and do a little bit of fishing this evening. Should be pretty good fishing. If you plan on catching or releasing trout, you guys, when it gets warm, we're talking like 85, 90 degrees during the day. Most of the time the trout do not handle the stress very well and can perish. So definitely keep that in mind. If you're keeping them, it's a little bit different of a story. But definitely keep in mind when you have these warmer days. So let's go ahead and go on down here and get some more mushrooms. All right, you guys, check it out. We've got you on the chest camera, but we've got a lot of small ones up there. Now, potentially you could leave those and let them grow, but since they're sitting up high and the sun's gonna hit them, I don't want them to go to waste. Now, these ones down here, if you can see them, there's a whole bunch of little ones coming down this log. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save those because those will have more shade. And that way we can come back and grab them here in a couple days. Oh, a little bit wet. Perfect eating size, you guys. These are like the best ones to eat when they're this small. All right, guys, check that out. About a 3/4 grocery bag full, and we left quite a few still. And I mean, you still got some. Granted, we're not gonna reach those. Those are all the way up a tree, but still plenty of mushrooms in the area, you guys. Don't take more than what you can use. They'll keep in the fridge for up to a week, depending on how fresh you pick them. You can also dehydrate them. They dehydrate extremely well. Make mushroom powder out of them, or just rehydrate them and cook them. And plenty of options. I mean, if you look up recipes for these oyster mushrooms, you guys, there's a lot to do with them, and they're so good. But since I forgot hooks, brought the bait, brought the fishing pole, brought the net, and I forgot the hooks. So we're gonna head back to the campsite now. But I'm glad I was able to bring you guys along. We got the bike out. Should have some pretty cool footage from the bike, and we're gonna use it quite a bit this week up here in Decorah. So hopefully you guys enjoy the videos. We're gonna do just kind of a small chain of videos, I think. I'm not doing a one big long video for the whole trip. And then if you guys also follow, I might post the trip on the Facebook page, I think. Because normally I put it on my personal page, but I might do both this time. Pretty cool sightseeing. We're 3 days in, and I've already seen a whole bunch of new stuff that we normally don't see. Like, I try to pick something new every year to see in the area up here. Ooh, mosquitoes. So, pretty fun year. This is gonna be a great year, you guys. Weather, you can't beat it. We got maybe 3 days of rain this week, possibly, but not too bad, really. So we're gonna go ahead, head on back to campsite. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for coming foraging with me. Unfortunately, we didn't fish, but we will be back out fishing later. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys later. Let's get to foraging. That's a walleye. And she swallowed it. That is a monster.